San Francisco game number 1 of season 5. Welcome back everybody to another video. On the first play we give it to Travis Hunter to the end zone for the touchdown. And so we just won the 4th Super Bowl in the last video, and now we are going to be winning our 5th Super Bowl straight to have us win the 6th Super Bowl overall in the Super Bowl era for the Chicago Bears. Yeah, this is gonna be sick. San Francisco scored a field goal, and we're giving it to Travis Hunter. Obviously, you know, I'm trying to make good games and stuff like that. So, if you guys see like shorter clips and stuff like that, that's okay. I obviously missed a this an extra point, but we scored a touchdown with Liam Crow. I do like Liam Crow so much. He is known to be injury prone, but whenever he does his game, he does it well. Okay, check this out. 4th now and 9. It's a punt, right? Well, I finally accomplished it, guys. Philip Russ, I just started weaving through. I was like, I was holding the right trigger button, taunted my way into the end zone for a punt return touchdown. A 75-yard punt return touchdown. When last year he's been catching like good stuff. So you know what I did? I put him at that position. At the kick return and punt return position. I haven't gotten a kick return touchdown yet, but it might have to, as I was saying, you know, it's a good team. This team is a good team, and we're doing well. Also, kaboom, forced a fumble. Robert Helms picked it up for a touchdown. Hey, it is what it is. And by the way, I'm telling you this right now. That's the first turnover for them. So you better count. I'll be happy. So we went for the 2-point conversion. 35-3. 4th down and 1. Actually, I have to mention this. Liam Crow scored the touchdown, but I think on a previous play or so, Joe McIntyre got injured. So the first time in a while, we can't use Joe McIntyre. And 3rd down and 15, yep, we get picked off. So, yeah, he almost went into the end zone for a touchdown. And that's the first turnover for us. And, I don't know why we're facing the San Francisco 49ers, but hey, this season is going to be as fire as the last one. You know, I do hope you guys enjoy these videos. 4th down and goal. Morton Anderson, the quarterback, passes a touchdown to Jamar Chase. One thing I'll say, yeah, these games will be good. San Francisco, scores a field goal. Yep. So, yeah, it is what it is. 4th down and 20, we also score a field goal, which, yeah. You might notice the length of the video, or like anything, what I usually do in my videos, but this is kind of like highlights and everything. Then kaboom, kickoff. Marquise Brown, not Marquise Goodwin, Marquise Brown gets into the end zone for a touchdown. So, at the start of season 1, you might have seen Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Marquise Brown. I actually got those 3 players from Cincinnati, Detroit, and Baltimore to build up my team originally. And so that's just how it's gonna be. And I forced a fumble again. Twice. So yeah, it is what it is. Play action. So that's the second turnover for us. And they have 3 turnovers. So I was like, hey, you know what? Let me just lob it to Barry Copeland. And he bossed the dude. Like, literally mossed the dude. And I just felt like, and this quarterback was the last pick of the draft. 256. In Madden, there's no draft compensatory picks, so, yep. And then somebody forced a fumble on their own, and that was the 4th turnover. 2nd down and 26. Yeah, it got picked off. And yeah, it is what it is. 4th down and 16, they kick a field goal. Yep, a field goal. So if you counted the turnovers, so I actually do it to the right side. Again, Morton Anderson, obviously. We give it to Jamar Chase again. And by the way, Jamar Chase has his X Factor. And his X Factor is gonna be insane. Like, next season, I won't tell you, even though the game's pre-recorded, I will give you a commentary and everything. This team is gonna be insane this season, I'll tell you that much, but, hey, even though this video is gonna be long, some of the games, the edited versions are gonna be short, if you could tell, but I do like this team, the Chicago Bears. And hey, that's the end of the game. Alright, this is game 2 against the Green Bay Packers, starting it off with a pick to Savage. A clear Savage. Next up, a fumble against. So 1 for 1 for turnovers so far, picked up by Eli Ricks, and Liam Crow somehow got the touchdown for Joe McIntyre. Yes, Joe McIntyre is back. He is not injured, and I made sure that he didn't play quarterback. The back didn't play, or even Morton Anderson didn't play. 3rd down and 16. Threw it up, and hey, you know, Savage is a savage, so he gets 2 picks today, and I mean, come on. 2 interceptions from Chicago, but we get it right back with Early Williams. Yeah, so 2 for 2, you know, it is what it is. 1st down 10, rolling out tight window, Travis Hunter going into the end zone for the touchdown. And yeah, AJ Slaughter got injured on a play, and I had to put Jamal Rollins in. So far so good. And I forced a fumble. That's 3 to Aiden Hutchinson. Got the fumble, and then we give the touchdown for Barry Copeland into the end zone for a touchdown. And it's been sick so far. Sick so far. Not sick. Sick so far. And so, um, 21-3, fourth down on goal. I've been making sure that the turnovers are there, so that way I don't mess things up. 21-3. Make it 28-3. Also, I have to mention something. Marquise Brown was on the team during the second season, not the first season. So we had Tristan Jackson, if any of you guys remember, and I put him at fullback because we really didn't have a fullback, so that's why I put him there. Also, Arthur Smith picks it up. Yeah. Also, this is a rare occurrence that you've rarely seen. A safety. Yep, a safety. So 28-5. And then AJ Slaughter picks it off, and I was just like, bring it back to the house, bring it back to the house. And man, oh man, I brought it back to the house. AJ Slaughter picked it off, and that's actually 5 turnovers to 2, which, if you bag it counting so far, that seems accurate. Then third down at 21. Oh, you know what time it is. Make that 6. One of our newest additions last year during the Super Bowl came in and picked it off for a touchdown. That makes it 6 turnovers so far. Yep, and then AJ Slaughter once again picks it off for a touchdown with 5 seconds left. So 49-5. That is a weird thing. I will say that much. I hope you guys understand that this series is gonna go pretty well. I might go to like a 6th or 7th season, I don't know, because I want to push the boundaries mostly. First down at 10. 1 second left. He tries and it fails. See you in the next game. Alright, so now we are in game 11, I think. So, like, you guys have been supporting, and we get picked off right here. So that's turnover number 1 for us. Okay, so turnover number 1. And yes, I'm going to be checking the footage. Now we throw it up to Mario Williams, not Jamal Williams. Mario Williams. Into the end zone for a touchdown. And I'll let you guys know that, yeah, and they scored a field goal, so it is what it is. Third down and goal. However, rolling out of the pocket, I throw it to Travis Hunter for a touchdown. So, you guys, the season has gone so far really well. We're not undefeated, and that's what I would want, but I did that in my piece of franchise. I don't know if I could do it for this one. And yeah, I missed that terribly. They go in for the end zone for a touchdown, and that's the first career touchdown. Yeah. Yeah, so second down and 10. I throw it up to Philip Russ, and he just zooms his way into the end zone for a touchdown. I also gotta tell you something. What I said in the last game, I think, was a lie. So if you saw the punt return for a touchdown, the last time I got one in this game, in this series, was Tyreek Hill when he played for us. So, So hey, it is what it is. But so far, there's been one for us. But Osborne, playmaker, boom, Jamar Chase into the end zone for a touchdown. Last possession was a field goal. So yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, I do like it. Now here's the thing. 3rd down at 15, okay, I'm just like making some adjustments. 11 seconds on the clock. I roll out with Joe McIntyre, playmaker Travis Hunter, boom, and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Hey, it is what it is. And I didn't expect that to happen at all. And this is what I mean by games not being realistic. If you saw the previous old episodes, you would have noticed that they're realistic. Anyway, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I tried to throw it to him, but this guy decides to pick it off. And he almost returned it. And thankfully my offensive line and River Helms was there to stop him. Then on the next play, Jamal Rollins picks it off. And hey, we do. So that's 2 for 1 so far. So I actually continued his clips. As you see, it's 2 turnovers to 1 turnover. I gave it to Jamar Chase, and this guy just bombs the dude. So yes, this is the thing. Jamar Chase has been getting a lot more love than, you know, River Helms, and we missed the extra point for the 1-13. We forced a fumble. Windsor gets the ball, so that makes it 2 for 2 for both of us. 1st down and goal. This was stupid on my part. So I playmakered. I accidentally hit X instead of A, so that makes it 3 for 2. So 1st down and 10. I give it to, who is it? Liam Crow. And I just like zoom my way into the end zone for a touchdown. So, in case if you guys don't know, I do like my guys. So, my guy Liam Crow, even though he's prone to injury. At least for season 2 or season 1, I think. I don't know about the rest of the seasons, but this guy is so BS that he got an interception. Now, I don't know if you count that as an interception or not, but I still count that as 3 turnovers for us, 2 turnovers for Tampa Bay. Well, well, you see what I mean, and boom! Jamal Rollins picks it up, I think, and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. And that's actually 3 for 3, so thankfully it is what it is. So I went for 2-point conversions back-to-back when I got touchdowns. So then I go with the bench format, the bench play, whatever you call this. And the pressure was so bad that I didn't even think about blocking that I actually missed. So 3 for 3, 1st down and goal, 4th turnover, and thankfully Whitehead, that sounds weird, Whitehead didn't get into the end zone. So make that 4 for 4. Deontay Rose forces a fumble, and Sauce Gardner goes into the end zone for a touchdown. See, right there, 4 for 4. I'm right on par so far. So, that is 60-13. 4 for 4? Hey, we're gonna make it. What? What are we gonna make it, guys? So far, this quarterback has been good. Windsor picks it off and makes it 5-4. Believe it or not. Second down and goal. Make that 5 for 5. I can't believe this is actually happening. But, and then Arthur Smith picks it off and make that 6 for 5. 6 for 5. Yeah, 6 for 5. Second down and 20. Okay, I'll set you up for this. This is not supposed to happen. What you're seeing right now is not supposed to happen, but somebody burnt Jamar Chase. The quarter didn't stay on Jamar Chase, so we got a touchdown out of that. And I felt like, what the heck just happened? Like, what happened, really? And, yes, yeah, we're gonna show the rest of the game. It's gonna be a little tedious. You guys, oh my god, that could have been a fumble. Yeah, so, what I've been thinking over the last couple, by the recording of this series is that maybe I'm not gonna do another franchise, and I already have one set up, but I don't know if it's right for the channel. I've always talked about doing a Detroit Lions franchise, Washington Football Team franchise, or / Commanders, and then some other Los Angeles Chargers, Detroit Lions, Arizona Cardinals, even though that sounds a little. So yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna be doing any other franchises. You know, this series has gone so well that I think you guys deserve this now. If you guys want any other series, please let me know down in the comment section below. And I will be making sure that I'll give them. Now, Madden 23 is going to be coming out. I'll be uploading Madden 22 during that time frame. And I want you guys to understand that, you know, it is what it is. And I am thankful for everything, the support and everything. And you guys are not alone in this. You've supported me. Thank you. So, 67-13. The Lions are actually, up on our heels. And a 2-minute warning happened. Sorry. So, hopefully, a franchise video is gonna come out this Saturday. And I might go on a break for a while to get my health up. That means for you guys, and I love you so much, and that means the world to me and to you. I want you guys to enjoy these videos. So, oh my god, I'm sorry if I'm about to cry. Yeah. So, Shaquille Barrett actually, sacked me, and I was like, Hey, let me go by formation. Let me do a field goal. So 2nd down and 17. I have Liam Crow with me. And Liam Crow got injured. Which is not good. And he's always injury prone. So TJ Levingston came to his place. So what they suggested was a 64-yard field goal. I aimed it correctly, but as you're gonna notice, I hit it incorrectly, and it would have tied Matt Prater's record. So yeah, and also early in the video, a clip that I cut out was Tampa Bay actually missing a field goal. So yeah, guys, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be great. You guys, bye. Alright, so this is game 12 against the Detroit Lions. 3rd down and goal. Yes, we're gonna start off with something interesting. Kaboom. Sauce Gardner forces a fumble. AJ Slaughter picks it up. Yeah. Starting off great, guys. So now, 1st down and 10. I give it to Mario Williams into the end zone for a touchdown. Yes, guys. It's kind of emotional a little bit in the last part of the video, but yeah, I'm okay now. So this is getting pre-recorded for the most part of the video. I don't know why it showed this at all. A pass play. Excuse me, okay, but I was using AJ Slaughter, and I picked it off with Eli Ricks. And mind you, Eli Ricks and Early Williams have been one of the most dominant forces defensively in the game so far. So if you're wondering why I like them a lot, that's why. And yes, I won't reveal anything in but yeah, so Sauce Gardner is actually, I think, getting an X Factor at star development. I don't know about for this game or any of the other games, but you're gonna see. Early Williams gets a pick 6 and is in the zone. So that makes it 21-0. That makes it 3 turnovers for Detroit. And yeah. So now Omaha is activated. Throwing it. Boom. Jamar Chase into the end zone for a touchdown. Yeah. This game is one of those interesting games, and I like an interesting game. 28-0. Now in the next drive, this was my goal in a way. I wanted to give it to every single starter, like every single wide receiver on the depth chart, including Liam Crow, including some of the tight ends, because in order to do that, I was near, I won't say, but I was aiming for a perfect game, and I don't even know if I've ever gotten one. Also, I forced a fumble with Jamal Rollins, and that is the 4th turnover. And yes, Travis Hunter, the main guy, he already has 2,000 yards. I checked that in the record books, including Barry Copeland. So that's new. That's gonna be news for you guys. If you want me to do my old style videos like for season 1 and for season 2, let me know down in the comment section below, because also these videos are pre-recorded. So I'll only see the comments when the video goes live, so yeah. And also, touchdown to Barry Copeland into the end zone for a touchdown. 49-0. Actually, yeah, I almost missed the extra point, but I didn't. So, this actually meant I had to give a touchdown to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yes, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I've rarely used this dude. When I first started the franchise, and I was like, why do I have this guy? But you know, I wanted him. I think my initial thought was, or something, this is just in my own mind, 56-0. I wanted him to get away from Detroit because Detroit is the franchise is pretty bad, and they've been somewhat good now. But you're not gonna believe, like, when we face the second time. So, Trevor Helms gets into the end zone for a touchdown. And, yeah, this is weird. We're scoring by 7s, and I didn't want to get a field goal at all, because I knew that would mess us up. And then Eli Ricks, once again. I almost took this back to the house. And I did take it back to the house, my bad. Now, that's his third interception. So now it's going to be 5 turnovers for Detroit. And it's looking as if, like, we're going to have a good game. So now this gets interesting. Yeah, I missed a lot of tackles. And I was so close that we did not come out with a shutout at all. So, Detroit, yeah, and this is what I mean by it's unrealistic. These games that I'm playing for you guys, they're unrealistic. And I understand that some of you guys like these games, but I somehow don't enjoy them. And as you see right here, we get Liam Crow, his second touchdown. So, you guys might be wondering, why don't you change with your team? Hey, I have been thinking about that. As you see right here, I do a end around, or like a jet sweep, and that's actually Travis Hunter's first rushing touchdown of his career. So, yeah, and my goal was to get Matt Moore a touchdown. So, that was my main goal. And, as you see right here, oh my god, okay, so that's second down and 10. Third down and 10. Early Williams picks it off. And that's his second interception, and that's like the 6th pick of the game. Not 6th pick of the game, but yeah. So then we kicked a field goal, which I felt was necessary in order to get another possession if we ever had the chance of completing this goal, which is absurd because most NFL teams can't really do this goal. I feel like you can only do this in Madden. So then we forced a fumble, right? And I take it out of bounds. 5 seconds left on the clock. And I knew we had to do this. Now, if we scored, the game would be over because, yeah, and it's actually 7 turnovers. So, yeah, I'm having to check the footage, and I always do this. So, yeah, first down and goal, I throw it away. Now, it's 1 second on the clock. And we're going to have a 10 touchdown game. So, don't you guys worry. Matt Moore, I do a drag route. I hit RB and get the touchdown. That's the end of the game. We had the 10 touchdown game. Alright, so I will see you guys in the next game. Hello, we're going up against the Minnesota Vikings, and X Factor activated. I get intercepted in the end zone, and that was pretty a dumb decision to make, if I say so myself. So that's one turnover for us. Next play, I give it to Barry Copeland in the end zone for a touchdown. So this game, I really didn't know if I wanted to play the Vikings this season, but as you know, I usually have to play my divisional rival at least 1 to 2 times. Now check this out. The running back forced a fumble, but then Terry McLaurin was in the vicinity, and he actually gets the touchdown. And that qualifies as a rushing touchdown, because if you rush, like go behind, not pass, and you lateral or fumble if somebody picks it up, that's offense. They get the touchdown as a rushing touchdown. So, yeah, Joe McIntyre, hey, we're doing rushing touchdown with Joe McIntyre. A lot of people want to know, like, why do I miss extra points? Yep, that's a good reason. That's a good question to ask. Like I said, this video will be coming out this Friday, so by the time you're watching this, it's already come out. It's out now, like you're watching this. Yeah, kaboom! We love fumbles. Fumbles for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yep, second down and goal, play action. Barry Copeland once again. So, I am at some point gonna have to show you the records of what I did in the games, but you know, it is what it is. And so for 1-for-1, turnovers rolling out. Yep, make it 2-for-1, and Minnesota gets a touchdown off a fumble, which I was heavily pissed at. Because most of the time, yeah, most of these games are not close, and that was RPO play right there. I didn't expect that to go into the end zone for a touchdown, because most of the time RPO plays, whenever I specifically do them, they always end up bad. So I'm like, it is what it is. So I lost one deep to Barry Copeland again, and he caught that in double coverage or single coverage, two double coverage. I don't know which one, but wow. And also, next game, you're gonna be, so like, fumble as usual. Some people are just struggling to pick it up. So that makes it 2-for-2. Yeah, it is what it is, and yeah, that make that 2-for-2. This play first down and 10 for the Vikings. Forced the fumble. Jamal Rollins picks it up. So if you watch the play closely, let me recap it for you. So somebody forced a fumble. That Jamal Rollins, if you look right here, watch very closely, forces a fumble, but then he bats it and then goes out of bounds and then in to pick up the ball. And I am like, how's that even supposed to happen? You know, it's not realistic. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright, so now on to this play. Yeah, Justin Jefferson got 750 receiving yards this season, which is pretty cool. But the issue is with that is that I didn't think he caught the touchdown, but they ruled it a touchdown anyway. So I'm gonna make sure that, like, I might have to start a campaign against EA. And you know what? It is what it is. That's our only chance, really. And Jamar Chase caught it into the end zone for a touchdown. And by the way, I don't know. Most of the time, I feel like most of the games can be breakout messages, players. I've actually enabled that, and a lot of times, it's really interesting, so, yeah. And also, as you see, we forced a fumble. So, yeah, that's also interesting. Now, 3rd down and 30, I actually attempted a field goal. It was 64 yards for 65. And I made that with ease. 4th down and 14, yeah, I made another field goal. Yep, so that's where the direction of my channel is going. Field goals. So 2nd down and 8. Forced a fumble. McAllister picks up the fumble and goes into the end zone for a touchdown. Yep, that's just how it is. So this footage will show you guys what the end of the game is like, because I didn't have possession, and they have 5 and we have 2, which is really accurate in my opinion, because it is what it is. And Kansas City, we actually don't face them, but I will tell you one thing, they're in a playoff race, but the Las Vegas Raiders are on their tails. So, and the Denver Broncos, by the way. Next game, I won't tell you about next game, but most of the time, these, oh my god, sorry, most of the time, most people think like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you making this team? And I've always wanted to make a team like this, so. And also the Cleveland Browns are in the playoffs. Or not. I don't know about that. But hey, it is what it is, and I really want to see a losing team making to playoffs. I don't know if it can force win that, but if you guys want that, I might take some time off. I'm not sure, but it is what it is with me. I might consider it, but next season might be the final season, and then I have to work out like a new draft class or something. It's gonna take a while, like, to do an actual draft class. Like, slowly but surely, this team is gonna be fully decked out with players that I know can, like, do really well. Now, I'm not saying they're gonna be full 99s, because at that point, EA is gonna do stupid stuff to me in this game, and I'm not gonna let that happen to me, and I don't want to have full-on 99 overalls. Now, I might put them on other teams and make them 99, but I'm not gonna do that on my team, because I want them to work from the ground up, and I want to make sure that we have a good chance of possibly having and rebuilding like a good squad. So yeah, so you're gonna be interested on how this ends. This game ends. So they run the ball, They're like showing the clock. I actually call a timeout on this because I really wanted to. And they're going with a Hail Mary pass. It is the goalpost type, which I don't think any NFL team runs it because, yeah. Then, yeah, Early Williams picks it off. I'm trying to run it back, but that's not even possible. Yeah, that's the end of the game. Alright, guys, we're going up against the Detroit Lions. Yeah, starting it off with a halfback screed. TJ Livingston into the end zone for the touchdown. Yes, guys, so the glitch, as I mentioned in the last previous video, is back. I don't know how it came back because of the fact that, you know, it's not even possible. It's not possible, and it doesn't even work really, and I don't understand. And we forced a fumble right there, so that counts as one turnover. But Barry Copeland, I passed it to Barry Copeland. I taunt into the end zone for a touchdown. This week 16, so this is game 15. You're gonna see the last game of the season. We are gonna make the playoffs. This is the first time in a while that I played the Detroit Lions twice, I think. And we got Philip Russ a touchdown. So you guys have to understand that the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, for the first time in a while, are actually contending for the playoffs. Green Bay Packers and Minnesota Vikings always have. But the Detroit Lions came out of nowhere and said, like, hey, let me compete against, like, you guys, the tough dudes, the Chicago Bears. And we got into the end zone for the touchdown with Kenny Pickett. Now, the thing is, okay, if more competitive games are going to be starting to happen, I might have to revert back to the old style videos for Season 1 and 2. Not Season 3, Season 4, and this season, which you're going to be watching Season 5. As you can see, we scored a touchdown. Yeah, so you're going to be seeing a lot of this, really, and so far, it's 2 turnovers, as you know. This is going to be a very interesting video because I had to count how many turnovers we have had in this game, and you're not going to believe it. So we forced a fumble yet again. I didn't get a touchdown immediately. However, I got a touchdown with Amon-Ra St. Brown. And by the way, Amon-Ra St. Brown I got from the Detroit Lions when he was a rookie. When we were starting up the franchise, Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, not Marquise Brown, because the CPU signed him, including Tyreek Hill. And by the way, I found this out. He was on the Atlanta Falcons, who I traded to, actually. So, bear that in mind, okay? I traded him to the team, and yeah. So, now it's 3 turnovers, if you're counting so far. I then rolled out, and I gave it to Jamar Chase into the end zone for a touchdown. It's 49-0 in the first half alone, let alone the second quarter. This is what I mean if I were to do the old style videos, like for Season 1, from Season 1 to Season 2, because they would actually be realistic. And as you see, they scored a touchdown. Now, normally, I will run them to score, and that's what I usually do for most games, because, like, you know, it's a football game. It's not like college football where they're going for the 50 bomb to 60 bomb against like very terrible teams. It's like, you know, you do this for a reason. And I stiff armed with Mario Williams to get a touchdown. So it's 56-7. And at some point in the video, you're gonna start to realize, like, yeah. So as you see, Philip Russ gets hit sticked. And that's the first turnover for us, really. And then on first down and 10, 44 seconds left on the clock, Jamal Rollins forces a fumble, and Fredman picks it up. And on second down and 4, I actually go for like a 60+ yard field goal, at least, and it's 59-7. Now, at this point, moving forward, I actually start kicking field goals. And I know that sounds really weird, but, like, I could not stand myself. And I literally could not, like, keep on doing stuff like this, forcing fumbles and stuff like that, because I've upped and the hit stick, like, ability on, like, certain players. And so far, Detroit literally has 6 turnovers, which is insane in my opinion. 62-7. Now 65-7. Like, when does it stop? You know, like, and my Mr. Irrelevant quarterback actually, you know, is there, so I want to be able to use him. And controller issues. Come on. And Sauce Gardner actually does a strip sack, picks it up, and gets tackled, by the quarterback. So, like, you know, this team is good. I made it overpowered because I hate Madden franchise. I wanted to be able to break records that nobody could ever do. Like, records that could make sense in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Like, most teams, I'm gonna say this, most teams don't realize, like, breaking records is good. As you see, H.G. Slaughter versus fumble, Kayvon Thibodeau picks it up. Okay, this is where I don't know if I've seen a crazier clip than this. So 8 turnovers, 1 turnover, 8 turnovers for Detroit, 1 turnover for us. So I decide, let's roll out. And the ball was on the legs, and it almost went out of bounds. But Hickman decides to pick it up. So that means 2 turnovers for us, right? Okay, so I'm using Bowman. Okay, interesting name. So then I get a strip sack. The offensive guard picks it up. Hit stick by Sauce Gardner and Windsor. I just pick it up with him. I'm like, okay, you know what? We're going for a touchdown here. Because how insane that was, really. That play, okay. The quarterback was sacked, strip sacked, and that was the 9th turnover. I don't know how that works, but you know, it is what it is. But third down and 4, I hit stick with Windsor, and Deontay Rose picks it up. So first down and 10, it's 75-7. At this point, actually, I substituted Joe McIntyre into the field goal team holder position, whatever it is. And it's actually 61 yards. And to be completely honest, I don't know how the Jacksonville Jaguars are going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So in this game, in the next game, we're going up against the Packers because there's no way I'm going against the Patriots. And we force a fumble. Okay. The Lions the Lions we're facing right now are obviously going to lose, but the Green Bay Packers so far have been on a good hot streak. 11 turnovers for Detroit. Oh my god. Yeah. It is what it is, really. I don't understand how you can hit stick that much and get so many turnovers that much. And the Panthers are actually winning against the Vikings, and I can't believe that with my own eyes. And I don't know how that is a fumble. Jamal Rollins is literally like a god, really. And I don't know how. I'm gonna say this. How Jamal Rollins does it. So, hey, it is what it is. Yeah. But, like, you know, it is what it is. And, yeah. And now we are going to kick a 53-yard field goal. And this actually is kicking. It's going to break for the most field goals in a single game after a certain amount of field goals. So, I actually took it upon myself to do a field goal challenge in this game, which is a little bit weird. We also pick off pick off the quarterback with Early Williams. We haven't done that in a while, so hey, why not do that here in this video? So yeah, this is gonna mark the 13th turnover. Yes, I actually counted this in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so I counted it basically, and yeah, I did it. So if you want to check that in this game and any other game, yeah. But I don't know if you could count like the previous episodes within their games. At least like season 3, 4, and this video in this season 5. You guys, this is gonna feature the end of the game, so I'm gonna talk for a little bit. Like I said, the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers are contending for the wild card spot, at least for the conference for the NFC. Now, I don't know about the AFC because I don't post playoff pictures, and I might do that in a different video. I might do that for a future franchise series. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that either, but, you know, all I know is the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions were contending. The Minnesota Vikings had a terrible season this year. I don't even know how they had it. So, we are just on top of the division so far, and the only team that's ever gonna be has ever been able to give us trouble so far is the Green Bay Packers, and that's gonna come up in the next game because there's no way in heck I am going up against the Patriots, who are terrible and almost made the playoffs last year, or made the playoffs last year, and then they're terrible because of the Buffalo Bills and New York Jets, or New Jersey Jets. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, the Packers on the bottom of your screen right now, as TJ Levinson is rushing, they actually won against the New England Patriots, and that is a good thing on my end, because for the final game, I technically secured the first spot, and whatever happens, happens. That's a good thing. And yeah, guys, see you guys in the Green Bay Packers game. Hello, yes, we're going up against Green Bay Packers today. Yes, I had to re-record this because of turnovers and this part of the video. And I'm thinking right now, if you saw all the turnovers from Season 3 that you can recall, let me know down in the comment section below. That'll be nice. We got a touchdown. Yeah, so this is going to be really interesting, and considering Eli Ricks was a complete idiot of blowing coverage on this play, I am just really like, wow, why did this happen, you know? Like, why? Just why did this happen? So then I went for a field goal on first down and 10. So it was kind of competitive at this point. So now I want you guys to count the number of turnovers inside your head. So this is 1 for Green Bay. Okay, so this is 1 for Green Bay. Next up, 1 for us, which is by Jair Alexander. Next up, Green Bay. They got a turnover and we picked them off. And I was like, hey, let's go for a field goal. And this is first down and 10, so this is a little bit interesting. So I was like, okay, let's do this. Yeah, so far, Green Bay has 2 turnovers, we have 1 turnover. So, yeah. And then, a former Chicago Bear picks us off. And, yeah, it is what it is. So then on the next play, I switched the coverage up just a little bit, and defense, okay. I forced a fumble. We picked it up, so it's a turnover for them. And it's 3-2 so far. 3 turnovers for Green Bay, 2 turnovers for Chicago. So as you can see on the screen right there, and I actually went for the 2-point conversion. We didn't convert. Now, later on here, during the 3rd quarter, I get picked off, so it's 3 for 3. Okay, so 2nd down and goal. I actually throw it to Matt Moore, and he gets a touchdown, and we actually go for the 2-point conversion. Now, yeah, this was a very interesting choice. And, yeah, I did that, and I threw it to Matt Moore in a tight window, and we got it. And that was really smart of me to do it. So, 4th and 2, I didn't really mess with the coverage, but now it's 27-14. And this is where it gets really interesting. So, I want you guys to pay attention to the next few clips and stuff like that, because, yeah, it is what it is. So, now it's us, really. I actually fumbled the ball on this clip. Then, on the next clip, right here, I forced a fumble, and that didn't work out. So then I was like, hey, well, we turned over the ball. So, yeah, that's an issue, really. And so right here, I actually forced a fumble and went out of bounds. So that's 5 for 5 so far. 5 for 5. if I am not mistaken, yes, 5 for 5. Okay, I got that right. Finally. Then, all of a sudden, Jair Alexander picks him off, and that's our 6th turnover. Then, Taylor picks off, who actually forced a fumble later on, earlier in the game, and that's 6 turnovers. Then, Jamar Chase. I didn't know. I thought this was a touchdown, but this was a touchback. And this was Joe McIntyre's worst game by far. This was Joe McIntyre's worst game by far, including Jordan Love's. And the coverage was so bad that this guy, Thomas, got a touchdown. And it's not Michael Thomas, because Michael Thomas is on the Lions instead of the Saints. Which makes no sense to me. Yeah, it really pissed me off. And, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I was not impressed at all, really. You know, going, like, into this series thinking, this can be a good series. You know what? It is going to be a good series, and I have no doubt in my mind. So now, the Denver Broncos have a chance to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, in the AFC, so far, I know, if, again, you're checking on the bottom of your screen, Denver Broncos, Las Vegas Raiders, and the Kansas City Chiefs, who made from the down up, made the playoffs as the 2nd seed. You are going to be surprised about the next video, not the next video, but as you see right here at the bottom of your screen, the Kansas City Chiefs are currently winning against the Seattle Seahawks. And the San Francisco 49ers are leading their division. So that makes sense. The New York Giants, okay, I have to say this, the New York Giants and I think the Washington football team are currently in the playoffs, I think, while we and the Green Bay Packers are going to make it no matter what. So that makes 4. And the San Francisco 49ers are going to make it, which means at least the New Orleans Saints or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have to make it. I personally don't know. But the San Francisco 49ers are actually good this season. When last year, they won the division, but they were a losing team. This time, they won the division and are a winning team. So, you guys, yeah, it is what it is. So, the Detroit Lions, guys, they are not going to make it to the playoffs. Here's why. I don't know due to tiebreakers if the Detroit Lions won against the Green Bay Packers in any of the games, but they lost this game against the Buffalo Bills, which means even since the Green Bay Packers are going to lose, they lost based off this Hail Mary, and we're going to go to the divisional round in the next episode. Yeah, it is what it is. And, yep, that's game, and we're going to see you guys in the playoffs. Alright. Yes, we're facing up against the Green Bay Packers once again. And, hey, we're doing another field goal challenge, guys. Yeah, I took it upon myself to do it. And also, A.J. Dillon scores a touchdown. So I have some news for you guys. For the AFC, all of the lower seeds defeated the top seed they were in. So the Denver Broncos, the Baltimore Ravens made it to the division, to the conference championship. As you see, we score a field goal. And we're Morton Anderson is just kicking field goals. Yep. It's his day. Yep, it's his day. I actually might put him at quarterback for one day, but, you know, I don't even think that would count. It's like, Yeah, and we kick another field goal. As you see right here, boom, force a fumble. Windsor, I could have taken it in, but I'm gonna kick a field goal. So I got a lot. So Justin Fields, I traded him to the New York Giants. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why didn't you show this when this happened? Well, I thought this player is not good enough for the team. He's not like a player that is going to do significant damage to us in the future, as in like cause us for a challenge. As you see, we caused another turnover. Then I thought to myself, like, I don't want to show this. I never really want to show it. However, as you see, we're kicking another field goal. They made it to the playoffs, and they are in the NFC Conference Championship for the first time in this universe since 2011. As you see, our backup middle linebacker picked the ball off, and we're going to kick a field goal right before half. And if we win this game, since Justin Fields was part of the Chicago Bears, this is going to be a homecoming game. And since we have had the best record so far, this is going to be it. This is going to be it. And it's going to be his ultimate challenge yet. It's against guys that he knows. And by the way, I'm going to say this right now. Yeah, we're on 4 turnovers, which is interesting, say the least. Like, this is somewhat a realistic game. Somewhat. As you see by the Denver Broncos. Actually, the Denver Broncos faced the Kansas City Chiefs, and they forced, as you see by the turnover, they actually were the number 7 seed. So this is the conference championship, and it's going to be the Baltimore Ravens who are the 6th seed, and the Denver Broncos who are the 7th seed. And hey, that's a rematch in this universe. This is 2013 or 2012 in that divisional round. And if you remember, if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking. As you see, Green Bay actually scores a field goal, and I'm like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. And 2nd down and 1, we're kicking a 63-yard field goal. 63-yard field goal. And we barely made the field goal. 30-10. Hey, we're going to kick yet another field goal. Now, we have kicked 11 field goals in American football, not soccer, equal to 3 points. So, this is the 12th field goal. And Kenny Pickett picked it off. So I actually wanted to get close to the end zone as possible. So, like, most field goals have been from 60 plus. Not Matt Prater attempted a 69-yard field goal. Didn't make it, but Justin Tucker later in the day made a 66-yard field goal. And as you see, we forced a fumble. This is why I'm tempted to go back to the original format of Season 1 and Season 2. Because I hated this so bad. It's 7 turnovers. Are you kidding me? If you're counting home, it's 7 turnovers. So, yeah, it's really painful. And this is the first time actually in a while that Joe McIntyre, the squad, didn't actually commit a turnover. And I was like, thank God. Because, number one, I never wanted to have a turnover. So, 45-10. based off of field goals. And the reality is, in the NFL, that score based off of field goals would never happen unless you're really stupid. And yes, this is a touchdown based off of mercy. I congratulate them. Jordan Love, you're yeah, Jordan Love. I almost blocked an extra point. So, in the next game, you're gonna see not Jordan Love, Justin Fields' homecoming. Now, I don't know how an 11-6 New York Giants squad made it to the conference championship, but I rest assured that if we make it to the Super Bowl, whether it's the 7th-seeded Denver Broncos or the 6th-seeded Baltimore Ravens, we are going to put on a nightmare. But we're not so sure yet because we have to find out what happens in. Today, we are facing the New York Giants and Justin Fields. Yes, we're playing a full game, okay? And yes, we're kicking field goals. And the Baltimore Ravens actually made it to the playoffs. So, to the Super Bowl for the first time since, I don't know, 2011, 2012, 2013, in our universe. So that's the first turnover that was caused. Yes, I am going to be checking, guys. So that's the first turnover for New York. And, hey, it is what it is. Yep. It is what it is. Yes. Yeah. This team is really good, and I have to say, yeah, we're causing a lot of turnovers. Kaboom! And it gets picked up by Kenny Pickett, who's the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but for some reason, I created him to play safety. Hey, it is what it is. So, if it bothers you, fine. If it doesn't, you fine. Now, let's go on to this play. This play, Kenny Pickett actually picks someone off, and it's the third turnover. And yes, we kick a field goal. Like, the heck. If you see the yardage in the top right or top left of, bottom right or bottom left of your screen, then hey, it is what it is. So, we get the fourth, another pick, and Justin Fields is having his fun. You know, I am grateful that I traded, Justin Fields because, like, Joe McIntyre was on the come up, and then whenever Justin Fields came into play, I was able to use him completely. It just felt like I was more suitable with Joe McIntyre than Justin Fields because that's not what I wanted, really. So, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. So, here's the fifth turnover of the game, and, yeah. Yeah. 5 versus 1 so far, and they actually got what? What are you thinking? They actually got a touchdown. And by the way, yeah, Justin Fields ran in for the touchdown. I was like, wow, I didn't expect that. I was expecting a pass. So, yeah, Justin Fields, yeah, we're kicking another field goal. It's a field goal challenge, guys, in the NFC Championship game. Yeah, I was... So, Morton Anderson is basically breaking the record for most field goals in a single playoff game. And that's the 6th turnover, and I showboated, I taunted on Showboat, and that really made me, like, freak out. And yes, it's a 55-yard field goal. Yes, there's 6 turnovers, 1 turnover for us, and yeah, we kick a field goal. 21-7, so it's somewhat realistic. Not realistic in the sense we're kicking so many field goals! And I'm sorry, Justin Fields. This is the 7th turnover. And it's mostly been fumbles, if you couldn't tell. And we kick yet another field goal. 7 turnovers versus 1 turnover. And 7 versus 1, yeah. And then we kick yet another field goal. Okay, yeah, that's true. 27-7. Great. 2nd down and 2. Motion, we come off with pressure, and yeah, they scored a touchdown. Now, I actually don't know who this guy is, but he got a 41-yard touchdown. So, it's quite interesting. Yeah, Marcus Banks is actually playing. And Jay Shaw is playing all the guys. I have all the corners back in their spots, so yeah, 7 turnovers versus 1. Now make that 7-2 turnovers. Even River Helms couldn't catch him. Yes, even River Helms. And this guy got a 44-yard interception. The pick 6. So 7 turnovers and we have 2. What the actual heck? Now we're kicking a field goal, which is pretty awesome, to say the least. So now I roll out, manage to avoid a safety, a sack, but then it's 7 turnovers to 3. 2nd down and 6, they scored a touchdown. So yeah, it's a close game per se. I was still literally thinking about scoring touchdowns because the or the passer rating when you get an interception is really bad. Morgan Anderson scores a field goal. Yes, I keep on saying this. And from that point on, and by the way, this is like the 3rd quarter, now it's the 4th, we've been scoring field goals. And it's really interesting to see how many field goals I could actually score in a playoff game, let alone 2. And yeah, we broke records, and it's insane. And yes, we forced a fumble, so this is the 8th, I think, or 9th, I can't really tell. Other than the last episode, which if you didn't see that one game, that stupid turnover, yeah. So a 48-yard field goal. 8 turnovers to 3. We get an accurate kick, and it's a field goal. So, hey, it is what it is. Next up, yes, we're forcing fumbles. Literally forcing fumbles. And Justin Fields didn't learn his lesson, and that's the 9th turnover. Here's the thing. Justin Fields was trying to slide, I think, and then Dwight McGlotham forced the fumble, and it's a 55-yard field goal. And we made that. I was gonna say we were gonna miss it, but we made that very clearly. So that's the 9th turnover, and now you could probably guess this is gonna be the 10th. And Justin Fields almost slides down, but he was forced. And I had to include this in. Actually, this is 45 to 28. So this is either the 9th or 10th. Also, this is 4th down to 3. AJ Slaughter forced the fumble, and we picked up the ball. So if you're counting at home, this is the 9th. Last turnover is the 9th. And this turnover is the... Uh-oh. Yeah, we missed a field goal. I was so perfect up until that point, but hey, why not force more turnovers? AJ Slaughter just came out of nowhere and forced a fumble. Yeah, it is what it is. So, yeah, that's like the 12th turnover, and we have 3 for the combined total of 15 turnovers. That is insane. That is ridiculous. So 12 now, and 13 so far. And I decided, like, hey, we have to choose some clock up at this point. And 51 turnovers. 51. Oh, wait, what the heck? How can you have 51 turnovers? I'm sorry. 51 points to 28. Now, this is realistic, but the reality is it's not realistic, if that makes sense. So, 51 points is possible in a championship game. The way I did it is not realistic. So, kicking field goals and stuff like that, that is not realistic. However, if you score touchdowns, then yes, it's realistic. So, we're currently on 13 turnovers, which is, for the Giants, it's absolutely ridiculous. Justin Fields' passer rating is actually going to be better than Joe McIntyre's passer rating. So, yeah, we are going to win, obviously. There's no chance for the New York Giants to come back in any way, shape, or form. They have an offensive lineman playing. That is absolutely ridiculous. And, yeah, we're going to be facing the 6th seed Baltimore Ravens. And we went back-to-back with Kansas City. I thought we were going to face Kansas City, but they were beaten by the 7th seed of Denver Broncos. So, like, and then Buffalo, who's the 4th or the 5th seed, I think, defeated whoever, and the Baltimore Ravens, who are the 6th seed, won. And they went to their respective, like, divisional round matchups. Denver and Baltimore won, and now Baltimore won. So, we're the first seed going up against the New York Giants. The Baltimore Ravens next, who are the 6th seed. So, currently, 13 turnovers. Yeah, Justin Fields, I'm sorry. And he threw that, almost a touchdown, but Kenny Pickett was like, you know what, it's over. It's over. It's literally over. So, you know what this means. I'm going to say this. You know what this means. And I was not going for a field goal. You know what this means? This literally means 14 turnovers. Yep, 14. And then I decided to run out the clock. So, see you guys in the Super Bowl against the Ravens. Alright guys, we're in the Super Bowl against the one and only 6th-seeded Baltimore Ravens. Now, if you want me to do... Okay, I'm going to say this. If you want me to do a season where I just simulate and then we watch what happens in the Super Bowl, let me know what comment in the comment section below. What seeds would you want? Like 7 seeds or anything? Okay, so I have to make a quick note, a quick note on this video. So I originally played this game. I played everything, and it was actually realistic, and it was pretty close. However, due to the fact that I quit my Xbox and it like everything and it signed out, it didn't save the progress, and it pretty much was stupid. So this is the second attempt that I'm recording this, and it actually succeeded, by the way. So yeah, this is our 5th Super Bowl. Yeah, so more than last game, guys. This is possibly the best game that I personally know. That is not true. This is not the best game I ever played. The one against Green Bay Packers last year, if you saw that video, saw that part of the video, Season 4, yeah, that's a good game. So, Joe McIntyre and the squad are coming out to go up against the Baltimore Ravens with Lamar Jackson. So, you have to keep note here that Aiden Hutchinson is there, Travis Hunter is there, you know, the full squad is literally there. So we have come here to play, we have made this far, and they're supposedly saying it's in the Dolphins, stadium, which I don't even understand how that works, but we're kicking off, obviously, and Tony Pollard actually had some decent receiving yards, but he does have a punt return for a touchdown, unlike, you know, yeah. And Lamar Jackson, we're starting off with a fumble. Lamar Jackson fumbled. So that's the first turnover for Baltimore. And, I give it to Travis Hunter, and we're in for the touchdown, and he gets the touchdown. Now, my goal was to basically have him win MVP of the season. We had a corner, we had a middle linebacker, we had a halfback, we had a quarterback, and then our middle linebacker again, Jamal Rollins, won it last year, I think. No, we didn't have a quarterback, no. It was Marcus Banks, Liam Crow, Jamal Rollins again. I never had, you know, Joe McIntyre win it, but I will get him an MVP somehow. And by the way, Baltimore turned over the ball, if you saw it, and Travis Hunter got another touchdown. So far, Baltimore has 2 turnovers, and we're scoring touchdowns. This is why, I'm going to say this right now in the video, this is why I think that this season might be the last of the full game footage, because I want realism, technically. And realism does uplift certain things. And as you see right here, we have another turnover, which is the 3rd for Baltimore. And then I give a touchdown to Travis Hunter in a tight window. So far, it's 20-0. Not 21-0, 20-0. And right here, I give it again to Travis Hunter, and that's another touchdown for him. You know, he's actually better than Barry Copeland, which I will say for myself that being two wide receivers, and we actually go for a two-point conversion, by the way, I run it in. This was the stupidest mistake I ever did. I threw it. I did an illegal forward pass. And yeah, I am known. If you've seen any of my franchise videos, any of my career mode videos, you know I do that. And this guy decided to score a touchdown. Lamar Jackson. Okay. 26-7 is somewhat of a realistic score. But you're going to have to watch the rest of the video. So, again, Travis Hunter scores another touchdown. So, that's like 4 touchdowns to one wide receiver. You know how insane that sounds? And then we do a 2-point conversion from the field goal line with Morton Anderson, and I gave it to Jamar Chase. Basically, it is what it is, and it's ridiculous, and I got a touchdown with Jamar Chase again. That's 5. That's literally 5. So, like, it is what it is, and I actually go for the 2-point conversion again. I tried to give it to Jamar Chase, that's my goal, but I got no luck in that. And right here, 3rd down and 7, I literally, Early Williams picked it off, so that's the 4th turnover for Baltimore. And right here, I'm going to show you this clip, this play. So Liam Crow supposedly fumbled the ball, and the odd thing was, this was supposed to be a turnover for us, which would have been 4 turnovers for Baltimore, 1 for Chicago. Us being Chicago. And then there was a booth review. Now, if you take a look at Liam Crow, he fumbled when he was on the ground. So it's actually 3rd down and 5. That actually makes sense. So I do a 5-wide play, as you put it, and I ran the ball with Joe McIntyre, and he scores. And yeah, so that thing is that part was interesting, and I decided to include it in this video because I've seen weird stuff in Madden, but I've seen that kind of stuff before. Like where you fumble on the ground. It's just not possible. It's just not right. It's just not possible. It's just incorrect mechanics, really. So here we go. I fumble. Marquise Brown, not Marquise Goodwin, Marquise Brown, scores a touchdown. And on special teams. And I'm going to say this right now for Baltimore. 54-7 in the 3rd quarter. To me, this is just not right. Like, back in the old days of the NFL, when they didn't merge with the AFL or anything, I'm pretty sure they had good teams like this. And this is the 6th turnover for Baltimore. And, oh my god, I was kind of, wow. Then, Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown scored. Because Travis Hunter, like, got subbed out, I guess, due to a glitch. I guess I mentioned in the last video. 6th turnover, make that 7th turnovers, and Eli Ricks got tackled by Lamar Jackson. Okay, fine, but stupidly, I got intercepted, and I was like, no, you're not going to take this back to the house. 3rd down and 29, so that's 7-1. Then I stripped I don't know how that works, but that's 8 turnovers for Baltimore, and Chicago has 1. Yeah, and then that's 9 turnovers for Baltimore. And 4th down at 24. Field goal, is up and good. So that's 71-7. And I just, at this point, was like, I was just doing the game at this point. I wasn't acting competitive with my own team. Now, for granted, I did create some 99 overalls, but the point is that I created this team, and we forced a fumble, we scored, but the fact of the matter is that 10 turnovers, one turnover for us. I was just, kind of fed up. As you see right here, I gave it to Hollywood Brown, Marquise Brown, and I mean, no NFL team has done this, like, gone to 5 Super Bowls and won all 5. Not like Boston Celtic levels or Montreal Canadian levels, if you get that reference. And right here, Lamar Jackson scored a touchdown. I was like, okay. Like, okay, Lamar, you did your thing. I appreciated that, and I was like, you know what? It is what it is. So, with these videos, the videos that you see, I make them for fun. And we picked up with Jamal Rollins. And, you know what? He got a pick 6. And if you're counting right now on your screen, that is 11 turnovers to 1 turnover. Chicago, Baltimore, Chicago, and as you see on the screen earlier. Now this is going to be the final moments of the game. Look, like I said before, and thinking about the future of the channel, not the channel, the franchise, I might not be doing full game videos, full in-depth like this. I might revert to the back to the moment stuff, how I did in my old season 1 and season 2, because of the realistic stuff that I want. Now you might be thinking to yourself, bro, why can't you just sim in game and just watch? In theory, that would make sense, but I would not be able to choose the place that I want or anything. I wouldn't be able to control anything. That is a good idea. That would be a good idea, but it just realistically wouldn't make sense. And actually, we forced a fumble there, but it actually went out of bounds. And there was one clip where, yeah, that happened. Thankfully, it's the 2-minute warning and everything. Lamar Jackson, I actually feel bad for. And yeah, I don't know why Sauce Gardner froze right there with that right tackle. And I was using Sauce Gardner all the time, and Lamar Jackson was there, and I almost got another pick. So, yeah, that happened, and, yeah. So, 92-14. We're obviously gonna win. Now, this video will be coming out on Thursday, Saturday. Okay, Saturday. So this video is gonna be going live on Saturday premiere, so be tuned in to watch. I don't know what I'm gonna do with a franchise. Is to see an end around play, a pass play. I personally don't know what I'm gonna do now. Now, I will let you guys know that I personally think this franchise is one of the best franchise I personally have ever done because it was unique. I didn't have to worry about everything, and the fact that I took players from the NFL draft, the transfer portal, Para Pros channel, and the fact that I did all those three things really made me feel like, wow, I actually accomplished something. The fact that and as we get at the game penalty, the final moments of the game, we actually accomplished something here. So, the out of position squad, the God squad, that back from Madden 19, 20, yeah, I chose those franchises, but this franchise has got to be the best. Because I took enough time to edit literally every day to premiere it on Saturday. And for the 5th time straight, the Chicago Bears won the Super Bowl. This series is not ending. I will figure out a way to break the Green Bay Packers record. Now, their record is for the most league championships overall, including Super Bowls. So, theirs is 13. Meaning that so we currently have 6 Super Bowls. And I have to figure out how many they had before the Super Bowl era in order to think about breaking the record, per se. Now, by the time this video goes live, if we have broken the record, if you guys can comment down below if I have broken the record for most league championships in a game in the NFL, thank you. Also, actually, this is the 2nd MVP for Jamal Rollins, not Travis Hunter. So, 2 for Jamal Rollins, 1 for Joe McIntyre, actually, Liam Crow, and Marcus Banks. Not Travis Hunter! Anyway, thank you so much for watching Season 5. I will see you guys in Season 6. Yeah, and peace.